Daron Vartan Malakian is an Armenian Euro-American singer-songwriter, multi-instrumentalist, and record producer. He is best known as the guitarist, songwriter, and second vocalist of the rock band System of a Down and as the lead vocalist, lead guitarist, and songwriter of the alternative metal band Scars on Broadway. Like the rest of the Hollywood-based band System of a Down, he is of Armenian ancestry, but is the only member to actually have been born inside the United States. He is placed 30th in Guitar World's list of the 100 greatest heavy metal guitarists of all time. Biography: Daron Vartan Malakian was born on July 18, 1975, in Hollywood, the only child to Vartan and Zeppa Malakian, immigrants originally from Iraq and Iran respectively. Vartan Malakian is a painter, dancer, and choreographer, and Zeppa Malakian is a sculptor who used to instruct college-level sculpture. At a very early age, Malakian got into heavy metal music. His distant cousin played him a Kiss record when he was 4 years old. Malakian started listening to Van Halen, Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, Motor Paragraph Red and Ozzy Osbourne among others. He always wanted to play the drums, but his parents got him a guitar instead because you can't turn the drums off. Daron first picked up a guitar at age 11, saying in an interview, "For the first year and a half, I learned how to play by ear, and did all right. After a few years I gained a reputation as being a guitar player in high school. And by 16 or 17 I actually realized it was a good songwriting instrument, and, over anything, that's what I feel like. I don't pretend to be Mr. Guitar Virtuoso." During his teens Malakian listened to thrash metal bands such as Slayer, Venom, Metallica, Pantera and Sepultura. Malakian then began listening to the Beatles and cites John Lennon as one of his biggest influences on him as a songwriter. He also cites other British invasion bands such as the Kinks and the Who as major influences, as well as folk rock such as Trio Peter, Paul, and Mary, and punk pioneer Iggy Pop. Daron went to Rose and Alex Polibo's Armenian school in the Los Feliz side of Hollywood, which his future bandmates Chavo Ochian and Ontronik Andy Kachachurian also attended. System of a Down vocalist Serj Tankian attended the school as well, but he was many years above Malakian and the others. Malakian attended Glendale High School as a teenager. He is a lifelong fan of the Edmonton Oilers and has a large collection of Oilers-related memorabilia. Malakian met Serj Tankian in 1993, while they both shared the same rehearsal studio in different bands. Tankian was playing keyboard for a band, and Daron was playing guitar and singing for another band. They formed a jam band called Soil with bassist Dave Hakupian and drummer Domingo Laraino. Chavo Ochian then became their manager, and then rhythm guitarist. Soil broke up and Malakian, Tankian, and Ochian formed a new band using the name Euro System of a Down Euro, based on a poem that Daron wrote. The Pima Euro unregistered trademark's title was Euro Victims of a Down Euro, but Ochian thought system was a stronger word than victims. They then recruited drummer Andy Kachachurian, who was replaced by John Dolman in 1997. Malakian co-produced System of a Down's albums with Rick Rubin, as well as albums by The Ambulance and Bad Acid Trip. In 2003, Malakian started his own label, E2R Music, on which Amen was the first signed band. The label is now inactive and its current status is unknown. Scars on Broadway. In 2003, Daron Malakian, Greg Kelso, Casey Chaos, and Zach Hill recorded a demo tape entitled Ghetto Blaster Rehearsals, credited to the name Scars on Broadway. However, in 2007, an official letter appeared on the band's website that stated that these tracks are not in any way affiliated with Malakian's later project Scars on Broadway. Incidentally, these demo sessions produced BYOB, which would be a major hit for System of a Down in 2005. Following System's hiatus, Malakian announced his latest project, Euro Scars on Broadway, a band which would include System of a Down bassist, Chavo Ochian, and himself. Ultimately, Ochian was not involved with the band, and instead System of a Down drummer, John Dolman became a member. After Malakian and Dolman experimented with different musicians, the band took form and forged its sound in intense rehearsals and recording sessions with musicians Danny Shamoun on keyboards, Dominic Cifarelli on bass, and Frankie Perez on guitar and backing vocals for live performances. The group released an eponymous album in 2008, which featured the hit single They Say. However, shortly before the tour supporting the album, Malakian cancelled all scheduled concert and TV appearances, blaming a lack of enthusiasm and that his heart wasn't into touring. This sudden cancellation prompted speculation and rumors that the band had broken up. It was the last that would be heard of Malakian for more than a year. In August 2009, Scars on Broadway, minus Malakian, traveled to Iraq for a USO tour across the U.S. Army bases. Their setlist consisted of covers as well as a few Scars songs. Guitarist-vocalist Frankie Perez stated on his Twitter that the Scars tunes sound amazing but they're not the same without D. He also stated before they left that Malakian had given them his blessing. In 2009, Frankie Perez mentioned on his Twitter that he and the D-Man were going into studio to jam. This was the first news people have heard about Malakian's whereabouts for about a year. On May 2, 2010, Malakian reunited with Scars on Broadway at the Troubadour in West Hollywood. It was the first time he had performed with the band since October 2008. The group played songs from their album as well as new songs. Odjian performed with the band for 2 songs, playing guitar. On February 24, 2012, System of a Down announced that the Scars on Broadway website http://scarsonbroadway.com/ is back online, featuring a preview of a new song called Guns Are Loaded. Recent activity: Malakian stayed out of the public eye following his cancellation of the tour in support of Scars on Broadway's debut album in October 2008. In 2009, Malakian made a surprise appearance at Shavuot Odjian's Halloween party and played Sweet Pea, They Say, and an unknown song with Odjian, Dolman and Scars on Broadway's Frankie Perez on guitar. It was the first time that the band members performed together in more than 3 years. On November 20, 2009, Malakian played at the Chi Cheng benefit concert along with Deftones, and also performed with Odjian and Dolman. Malakian, Odjian, and Dolman played Aerials, and Toxicity. He appeared on Cypress Hill's 2010 album Rise Up, on one song, Trouble Seeker, which he also produced. On July 29, 2010, Scars on Broadway released their first new studio recording in exactly 2 years, a Malakian penned song called Fucking. On August 20, 2010, Malakian played in Hollywood with Scars on Broadway. On November 29, 2010, it was announced that System of a Down would reunite for a European tour to take place in June 2011. He played at the Download Festival on June 11, 2011. Despite playing a number of reunion shows, the band had no plans to record new material. In October 2011, John Dolman expressed his interest in writing new material but cited that band members are all busy with their other projects. In 2014, he appeared on Linkin Park's 6th studio album The Hunting Party, which he provided additional guitars for the promotional single Rebellion. The promotional single was self-produced by Mike Shinoda and Brad Delson. Discography: Solo, featured in System of a Down. Scars on Broadway, Scars on Broadway. Other appearances, production credits: Malakian has also produced a number of albums. Awards: in 2002, System of a Down was nominated for a Grammy Award in Best Metal Performance for their song Chop Suey, but lost to Schism by Tool. In 2003, System of a Down was nominated for a Grammy Award in Best Hard Rock Performance for Aerials, but lost to All My Life by Foo Fighters. In 2005, System of a Down won for Best Alternative Act in the Europe Music Awards. In 2006, System of a Down won their first Grammy for Best Hard Rock Performance for BYOB. In 2006, System of a Down won the MTV Good Woody Award for their song Question. In 2006, System of a Down's song Toxicity was number 14 on the VH1 Top 40 Metal Songs list. In 2007, System of a Down was nominated for a Grammy Award in Best Hard Rock Performance for their song Lonely Day, but Lost to Woman by Wolf Mother. See also, History of the Armenian Americans in Los Angeles, references. External links, System of a Down official site, Scars on Broadway official website.